What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Bitcoin and the market. We're definitely in a correction phase a little bit at the moment. Bitcoin down again. It looked like it was going to rally last night, and it actually did. It closed at around 49 grand and immediately tumbled this morning. I spoke about that a little bit yesterday as well, talking about what's set to happen with Bitcoin, what I think will happen. I mean, you never know with these markets, but I'm fairly confident on retest of the 200-day. But I'm going to just break down the Bitcoin chart in a second. As always, the spreadsheet's updated. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. You invested $100 into each one. When I release my videos, you'd be up 28,571. I didn't need $2,600, sitting on 31 grand. I've held every single one of these at one point or another, cashed out in profit on all of them except Grin. Grin sucked. Tech is good, just sucked. Just price has never really done anything. And I've reinvested all that money into new cryptos. These cryptos, I believe, are primed to have really good runs, better than a lot of these that are in the spreadsheet. I think a lot of these have done the majority of their gains. So if you want to see exactly what I'm holding, check out Copy My Crypto. The portfolio should gain ridiculously. We've already been gaining over the last few weeks dramatically. And some of the big boys are ready to explode. So, yeah, check the link. All right. So let's have a look just at the market. It's down right now about little less than 1% over the last day. Although trading volume is up 2.18%. It's always a bullish sign when we're seeing trading volume increasing, even if the market's actually on a downturn. Total volume in DeFi is currently 15 billion, which is 13.07% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And the volume of all stable coins is 94 billion, which is about 79% of the total 24-hour volume. So the fact that there's that much in stable coins, it tells you that a lot of people have sold positions and they're preparing to buy back in. And Bitcoin's dominance is hovering around 44%. So if you actually have a look at the Bitcoin chart on the daily, I've done some spider lines just to sort of see where we're at in terms of potential retracement. Now, feasibly, we could actually drop down to around 42.5, which is not only one of the spider lines, but coincidentally one of the 50-day exponential moving average. I don't really see that happening, certainly not in a 24-hour period. But this line is a line of support. So if it bounces, if it came down to here, I'd expect it to bounce roughly off of this line and go back up. As you can see, this spider line here was a line of resistance. Touched the line and touched the line a second day and then retraced. We're now sort of at this point where we can retrace down to potentially 46,290. I honestly think we're probably more likely to test the 200-day moving average right now. But that 200-day moving average, along with the spider line, is our lines of support. So we should see Bitcoin sort of flitter between these lines, unless it breaks through. If it breaks through, breaks down, our next point is sort of around the 42.5. Even if it was to do that, it's actually a healthy retracement. I mean, there's nothing concerning actually at all in terms of loss. That would be potentially, over the course of a few days, it would have gone down from 50 grand to say 42.5. So you're looking at like 15% loss on Bitcoin's value. Now that's not that dramatic. If we actually go back to the charts for Bitcoin previously, when it was having crazy parabolic runs, we saw the same thing. When it hit 57 grand, it retraced for 4 or 5 days down to 45, which is 13 grand drop, roughly. 12 grand drop, 12.5 grand drop. So obviously that's a much larger percentage. Not actually that dramatic. These retracements are just generally healthy things. January 8th dropped from 40 grand down to 30 grand. So it dropped 25% across, 2 weeks, and then continued on a crazy run. We're definitely in a bull cycle. We're definitely looking positive on the market. We're just in a small retracement. But to be honest, even if it hits 46 and bounces up, I would sort of expect it to bounce up. I don't think we're going to start making lower lows. We've actually done pretty well. The lows have always consistently sort of been higher. Been higher. We've had 4 of them. So, yeah, I think we're looking pretty goddamn positive. But like I said, it's feasible that we drop down to the 50-day exponential moving average. If we don't rebound off of the 200-day moving average / this spider line. But we'll see how it plays out. That is all we can do. In terms of the crypto market at the moment, most things have reduced by, single percentage or single digit percentages. Some of the coins that have had reasonably good moves in the past week are experiencing bigger losses. That's what you would expect. I think Avalanche is one of them, and Zinfin, Terra. Yeah. So, but even then, the loss percentages are pretty small right now. In terms of gains, there's not many that have had huge dramatic gains. Tezos, Decentraland, and Ravane generally doing the best. Obviously, we've got hours. We've got like 4.5 hours before the American markets open up. So we'll see how that plays out. But in terms of news in the crypto cycle, there really hasn't been anything that is FUD worthy. We've had a lot of like little stories, but even then, some of the negative stories have ended up being positive, like the hack that happened on Poly Network. The guy returned everything, every single dollar. They hired him as a head of security, which you can understand why, but all the money was returned. That was a really bad story that has ended up being a very good story. A lot of the miners are now doing very, very well, especially with moves out of China. Generally, really positive sentiment. NFTs are continuing to be very strong at the moment. So it's looking good. It's looking good. Excited to see how the week closes. In terms of weeks, this is going to be our first negative week in a while, if it closes around where it's at now. We've got plenty of days left. But if we actually look, and interestingly, the spider lines play out on the candles, on the weekly candles as well. You can see that resistance was hit on all these weekly candles, and at the moment we're in a line of support on the candle, so all is working out well. But we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green weeks in a row, and the last time that happened was in, I think, October. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they had 6. But then December 4. Even in the crazy parabolic run we had in January to February, only 4 before a big retracement for another couple good weeks. So generally really positive. Like I said, is still well within line of support. The main reason I'm talking about Bitcoin is obviously Bitcoin moves the market. If Bitcoin's moving really positively, everything moves really positively, and to much greater extremes. But yeah, looking pretty good. Like I say, I'd sort of expect today we'll retrace down to around the 200-day moving average. Might not. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, this morning we saw some massive drops on the hourlies. So, yeah, I think we'll probably see a retracement down to around the first resistance point, 46,000. And should rebound, as it is a line of support. But we will see. We will see. Looking nice, though, generally. How's everyone feeling about it? Is there anyone all of a sudden got really scared about the crypto market? Let me know in the comments. Curious to hear if anyone is, or if anyone's fudding. Otherwise, as always, check out Copy My Crypto. If you're new to crypto, you can see exactly what my portfolio is. I've been in the market for years and years and years. My portfolio is continuing to move in an amazingly positive direction. Phantom, obviously I called last year and did a Udemy course on it. It's currently 89 or just shy of 89x. And there's still plenty of 89x's and 100x's out there, even in the next 4 months that the bull cycle should last. So yeah, it's looking good, guys. Looking good. Take care anyway. Bye.